Hey guys, Rachel with Spunky Misfit Girl here, and welcome back to the channel. I decided today to just do a little craft with me. If you've been around the channel for a while, you might have seen me make these before in a video. If you're new, welcome. We do have a lot of new people. But I had a great vendor market over the weekend. Really fun. It was a beautiful day. We were outside at a brewery and people were eating pizza and drinking beer and just shopping and having a great time. There were a lot of other really fantastic artists with unique work. And it was a good market. So I sold out of a lot of things, or got low on my stock of a lot of things that I sell at my craft markets, including these pocket envelopes. And so I thought I would just do a mass make on camera, and you guys can follow along with me as you like, if you want, and we will have a little bit of a chat too as we go. So I pulled some papers. So for these you're going to need two 6x6 papers for each little envelope, and they're super simple to make, quick and fun and easy. So I pulled a bunch of things that I thought would match. So let's start with this one because I really like that. And so what you're going to do is decide which one's your top and your bottom. And I think I'm going to make this my bottom. So I'm going to fold it in, well, not half. I'm going to leave about yay much. That's about the height of my interior pocket right there. And you'll see how this works in a minute here. So this one's going to be my top. It is going to be upside down, but that's okay. What can you do? One of them's got to be upside down. And this is patterned, so it doesn't matter too much. So I am slipping this inside in between. And I'm then just going to fold this down kind of to where I want my top to be. And I do want a little bit of space in the back. So that forms the pocket. So I am probably going to glue it in, not quite all the way down to the bottom. So I think we're about there is where I want my fold. Okay. So then on my top, I'm going to take my corner rounder and I'm going to give those edges a clip. And then on this one, I'm going to make a notch. And I've been doing this with my big old 2-inch circle punch, but it's up to you if you want to make it smaller. If you don't have a 2-inch, you only have a 1-inch, that's okay too. Whatever you like. And those are your two pieces, and they are going to go together just like this. So all we're going to do is glue on our bottom, which has our notches on the inside, all along the two sides. A lot of times at craft fairs, people ask what they can do with these in particular. And, you know, they like them and they look at them and it triggers something lovely in their brains. But then they're always like, what am I going to do with it? And I've had a lot of success just telling people with these especially that they can use them for cute little gifts. You know, you can tuck money in there. You could just tuck little notes in there. You can put stickers in there. They just class up a little gift, you know? It doesn't have to be super dramatic, but it gives it a nice touch. I like that. Just a nice kind of personalized, more handmade. It's a little bit more wonder as opposed to just like giving somebody a pack of stickers or giving them some money or whatever like that. And that is it. Once you have your envelope glued, that's all there is to it. And then you can just decorate. So there's a pocket back here. And I often don't necessarily even ink with these because they're just so simple. And a lot of times people, when they're buying them at a craft fair, are not necessarily concerned with making a junk journal and putting them into a junk journal. They're just shopping around and a particular design catches their eye and they love it and they want an excuse to get it. So that can be a good little sales story for these guys, for what they can be used for. But really, I also just encourage people to get things that give them joy. You know, if you look at it and you're like, this is beautiful, it's handmade, you know, you're spreading just a little bit of extra wonder in the world. Simple as that. That's the first one. I love that. Really pretty. All right, what else we got here? I've got a fox one that really catches eyes. I don't think anybody's taken it away with them yet, but this kitty cat, problem with the cat is that this cat is going to be upside down no matter what I do. Maybe I should cut him out, actually, and put him on an inside pocket as a fussy cut or something. I don't know. Because he's going to be upside down and like folded in half, lose his ears, all that. It's not going to, you're not really going to be able to see the cat. So it goes pretty well with this. Maybe I'll find another paper to go with that one and make him a fussy cut. Ooh, I got that same paper again. I don't think I intended for that. Let's see. We've also got bunnies. Let's do the bunnies. They're going to have to be either on the bottom or upside down on the top too. I did the foxes upside down on the top, which I think confuses people a lot of the time. I think we'll make this the top. We'll go for bunnies on the bottom. That'll be good for Easter coming up. And then we'll do this guy in here like this. Yeah, right about there. How about that? It's a little weird. I don't know, because I know you're not going to see the bunnies on the outside. You have to open it up to see that, and that's not going to catch anybody. What if I did this? The folds aren't quite right to just flip it around. I guess I could make it work. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to do it. I prefer to have the bunnies front and center. Things are rattling on my desk. I hope that wasn't too annoying. Okay. Now we can put our pieces together. Next market I'm doing is in about a week and a half. I'm going to be on South Congress, and it is the first time I'm doing this market. I think it's a relatively new market, but it's in a good spot, high traffic. It seems to be getting a lot of PR, marketing, I guess, is the technical term for what they're doing. But so I'm hopeful that it will go well. I think sometimes a part of it has to do with whether the weather is nice or not, which, you know, is really not something we control all that well. Okay, so I usually like to do some kind of little decorating, but this bunny paper is so, it's a lot, so I don't want to do too much here. So maybe we'll just put a tiny little bit, maybe something like this, and then a word. Like hope. So if you've been following along with the Big Tab Bound Journal giveaway, don't forget to go over and make sure you finish the whole playlist so that I can get you on there and get you in the running to win. That deadline is coming up shortly. March 23rd. I was just trying to make sure I remembered right, but I'm pretty sure that's right. A little hope in there. And I think that's that for that one. These are such a fun little project to just mass make. And they really do, you know, as simple as they are, they get a lot of attention. They are a pretty good seller for me in my shop. And they were great make and take craft too. Okay, what else we got here? We've got these funny little, are they raccoon? They're not raccoons. Are they bears? Are they what? They've got like funny claws like they look like raccoons, but they don't have the masks really. I guess they kind of do, but it's a bit weird. I thought I had something that I wanted to put with them. It's a little hard with these super busy cartoony characters to put them with something because, ooh, look at this one's really nice. That's a nice match. Let's go ahead and do that one. A little fall for now, but that's okay. We'll put it in there anyway. Maybe it won't sell till fall, but what can you do? I want this to be my top though. Fold that bottom there. Give it a punch. I have a dentist appointment this afternoon for the first time in a while, and I am really not looking forward to that. You know, necessary, it's good, but holy buckets, I do not like it. Especially, it's a new dentist. I don't know what they're going to be like. They have good reviews. I hope they will be sensitive. I'm a very sensitive person in general. And Novocaine really doesn't work for me. Like, they could give me like 5 shots of Novocaine and I would still feel it. And so as a kid, I had some not so great, well, as a kid and a young adult, actually, I had some not so great experiences. It's much better with the development of lidocaine. Lidocaine is much better, and like just in general, they have better technology now. This is not so bad, but holy buckets, I still have a hard time sometimes. Okay, I kind of like this little guy on top there. Just a different color. It kind of calls out some of the grayer tones in there. Ooh, you know what would go well with that is my little fall, this stuff maybe. Maybe, let's see. Probably don't want too much. I don't want to cover up my nice stags. Do we like that? I don't know. I think I actually prefer it. I think what we might do is just give this one a little bit of craft behind it. Make it pop a little, because I never like to put things directly on those patterny things. But that way it will be pretty plain and not too busy, although I did just get it really, really gluey. I'm gonna move it. All right, and so then I was gonna cut around this, just give it a little border. Okay, that's good. I've been fiendishly making, ever since the market, I made a bunch of pamphlet journals, pamphlet style journals that are that sort of in between price range, because those sell very well. And I'm in the process of making some more handmade buttons, because those got pretty diminished when Lady bought 10. You know, I'm not loving that. I think I actually preferred it without that thing. I wonder if I have another one of those. I probably can't find it, even if I do. I have a massive pile of these little sayings on my desk here. Yeah, darn it. Well, there might not be a fix for that. Y'all, I usually try when I mess things up to get a fix that's better. But I was kind of loving that. That one's nice. I kind of like that too. This, ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, I can go for that. I can live with that. I like that blue on there. And I'm gonna do it just by itself this time and be okay with that. That's what I get. Trying to be too complicated. That's all there is to it. That's lovely. Okay. Who's next? That's 3. What else have we got in this pile of papers? I have more bunnies. I want to do the bunnies because I think the bunnies will attract attention for Easter. And look at this green I have. I think I was going to put that with those. I've got some birds in there too. Okay, so if this guy's going to be our bottom, let's do it like this. Filming these kind of chatty videos is always a little strange for me because, like, I'm sort of having a conversation with y'all, but you're not actually here to respond, which is my introvert brain doesn't really know what to do with that. I feel like I have to just keep up this talk. But I watched a video the other day, actually. It's always kind of funny watching these people on YouTube who are, so the video was all about how she was living more simply and more intentionally and more quietly, and how happy she was with that. And her video was very wonderfully soothing and slow-paced, and you know, she was quiet when she talked, and she had some nice music in gaps where she was just kind of doing things about her house. And she was talking about, you know, being pressured to grow and grow and grow and have more in her business and do more in her business and do different things and stuff. How she'd kind of been coming to terms with the fact that that wasn't really her style and it wasn't what she wanted and it just wasn't going to be what she was going to do. She wanted a simpler, quiet life. Ooh, I love that. It's beautiful. And you know, it was really nice to listen to. And of course, when you're in that place of kind of burnt out and feeling really busy and, you know, maybe your business isn't popping off like you would like and you're trying to figure out what to do and how to make that happen. And it's like more. It's nice to have that perspective of like, breathe. Breathe, girl. Breathe. But it's also a little ironic coming from somebody who has, and I kid you not, 1.5 million subscribers on their YouTube, who probably can make a pretty decent income just off of doing YouTube videos, you know, at that stage. And so, yeah, okay, if that's where you're at, that works. You know, you can be in a position of live more quietly, breathe, and that can be the focus because you've set yourself up for that. But if you're not there, Oh, that's cute. Oh, I like that one. You know, it's a little harder. It's like this idea of, you know, successful entrepreneurs, successful business people. Maybe I should put it over here so it's not on the bunny's face. It's a little off center, but that's okay. It's actually cute that way. You know, successful entrepreneurs, when they're sort of at the past the point of where they were building something and they're super, super successful already, they start giving this advice that's the advice that they need in that moment. And it isn't the right advice for somebody who's still at a stage of building things. Like, yes, of course you need to take care of your health and you need to rest and all of that, but I don't know that it's hard to take that sort of slow down advice from somebody who's already at $1.5 million. Happy to hear you guys' thoughts on that if you feel like saying something in the comments. I'm just rambling a little. These are a fairly mindless make. I wouldn't count out my ability to still make mistakes on them when talking and crafting at the same time. But they are fairly straightforward and don't need a lot of thinking. I'm especially pretty intentionally trying to keep the decorations quite simple. These Hobby Lobby things are going fast, but they're really good for this. Might have to get some more. I went back for frames specifically because I bought these, like, I don't know, they're like chipboard, but they're not that thick frames, and I bought them just kind of because they appealed to me, and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with these, and I actually really debated whether to get them at all. It's kind of one of those things where I was like, I like this, I want it, I don't even see myself using it necessarily. It's going to end up in my drawer, but it didn't. I actually ended up using them. Ooh, that's nice. I actually ended up using them on journals, covering up my vintage lady images, or framing them, really, not covering them up. And they were really popular. Those journals sold very quickly, and I really love them too. And so I went back looking for those same frames, and they didn't have them. It was so frustrating when you're like, I don't think I'm going to use these, and then they turn out to be great, and you want more. You can't get them. I got this new stamp there, though, too, when I was there, that I am loving, and I'm using all the time. It's just script, which is awesome. Doesn't want to stamp on this paper all that well. I'm using that guy a lot. Now I don't know if this will fit. This these papers are maybe a little too clean for that. Maybe I'll use that on something a little grungier and just use a different bit. Oh, I don't know. Now I'm getting fussy. Maybe I have a little more of that paper. I don't think I have one quite the same. This is pretty close, but it's got blues in it. Okay, to go. Maybe like this. I don't know, it just seems a little, I like it. I feel like it's close. It's just a little off of where I want it. Yeah, maybe I should just stick with this. I'm so resistant to that just simple, but I actually think it works on these. I don't have to get too super collagey. Another thing that can be a good choice with these is washi tape. Run it in the middle. Yeah, I'm actually quite happy with that. Okay, who's next, birdies? This is kind of a gray piece of paper. I don't know that I like it very much. Ooh, I like these. Let's put this on the top and this on the bottom. I think I got this paper pack a couple of times because I liked it so much. These kind of clock, steampunky clock papers. Okay, let's go about there and fold. I need to change out my butcher paper here. I've got a cut in the middle that's cramping my style. Here we go. So I used to have a cat. It's been some years now. She died in 2019, but she was the cat love of my life. Beautiful, beautiful black kitty, so smart. She was one of those cats that you just know is plotting world domination while you're sleeping. And I miss her terribly still. I have not had a cat since. And I think a lot about getting another one. But I worry in part about crafting and, you know, having a business, a shop, and a vendor table and all that, you know, which I'm trying to make nice products for. Oops, I think I went a little too far down on that one. That's okay. It'll be a little shorter. I can squeeze it up a little bit. I just don't know how to manage that. And especially because, like, we don't really have extra space. So, I mean, like, the cat's gonna be in my crafting space. My crafting table is basically out in the dining room slash kitchen. A funny little piece here. So, my previous cat used to always get a kick out of because I wasn't like seriously crafting too much back then, but I did always love hand bookbinding. And I always had, you know, like beautiful stationery and papers and crafting materials. And I had a big table back in my apartment in New York that had all that stuff on it. And I think it was kind of a hobby of hers to jump up on that table, which she wasn't supposed to jump up on any tables. That was against the rules, and she knew it. But she would jump up on that table and she would just get all the joy from chewing up my papers. I literally was digging through my craft drawer the other day here in Austin, and I came across an old paper that I still have from those times that had her chew marks along the edges. So if you're a crafter and you have cats, I would love to have your tips in the comments for how to manage that. A little washi tape might have been nice on this one, but too late now. This one I think would have gone actually really well behind there. But that's okay. Looks good like this too. What else we got here? I have these two. They're a little simpler, plainer. Maybe I have one of these that will shine in that situation. That's really big. I don't know if that'll work, but okay, I feel like this is top, but it's actually plainer, so let's do that one as the top. I guess with these little crafty videos, you can get to know me a little bit more. And that's kind of fun. All the people at the craft market on Saturday were so nice, asking fun questions about things, saying, "This is so unique. I've never seen anything like it," which I just love. Seeing the joy sparked in people's eyes and getting that kind of reaction, because that is just, I've always been that way myself. I get a lot out of unique, quirky, artsy people's work and whatever they're doing. And it's always kind of how I wanted to make my living was by creating these kinds of little quirky, curious, fun, interesting moments for people of wonder. Just, stumbling on something really great and beautiful. And so I love those moments. And I talked with a number of people about their interest in classes and things like that too. So I'm hoping I can find other avenues to keep going with this and keep building it. One of the vendors that I was talking to, I don't remember if it was the lady next to me or somebody else, but she was just saying, "There's a hard way to make a living." I think that's one of the things that people sometimes don't appreciate, is that trying to have that balance between, stuff that you love and make it make money so that you can sustain yourself on it. It's a challenge. Look at that. I like that. Ooh, I'm glad I decided to do this dot one on the top. I have these rub-ons sitting here underneath that I was considering using too, but I'm a little afraid that that's going to be complicating things. Kind of liking keeping it pretty simple for these. You know, just kind of a one wordy thing and then maybe something else to kind of complement it. Maybe like this. Wavy bit. Oh, one of the other things I did with some of the others was kind of line that bottom too, which can work and be very nice. This bit here, I'll show you that. I'll try to do that with one of the others if I'm, or this one if I'm not going to do this. I don't know. I don't love this weird stuff. Kind of just liking this plain and simple again. Maybe some lace. Lace might work. I think I'll do a different one though. I do use that skinny one and I love that skinny one, but oh my god. This is super long. It just went everywhere. This one can be a good one for these. Like that. I do like it. I'm going to glue it on and then cut it off. There we go. The thing is it's kind of stretchy. And if it stretches and doesn't grab. Oh, I'm low power, but I'm still going. 42. I think we should close this up soon. Getting a bit on the long side, guys. Thanks for coming along on the long haul. You know, I'm working on my watch time goal for monetizing. I have enough subscribers, but I don't have enough watch time. So the more you watch, the more it helps me, and I appreciate you so much. If you put me on in the background while you're making or make along with me, or you're cooking dinner, whatever, you want to just feel like you have some company, I'm there for it. It's a little weird because it popped it up and it doesn't want to glue anywhere but on the ribbon, but that's okay. It's also a little off center, but I like it. So let's do one more and then we'll close up, and I'll try to show the trim on the edge thing for you. What else do I have that is most likely to fly off the shelves? Kitty cat. Oh, let's do these. Let's do these, guys. Let's find one to go with them. I don't know if that works, really. That's weird. Yeah, this one will work. Let's do it. Oh, but I said I was going to line the edge, and I don't know if that'll work with these guys, but I'll demonstrate anyway. Some little noises to help us get it in the right place. Okay, come on. jelly corner rounder. Uh-oh, somebody's coming home. Okay, sorry about that. I got interrupted, but I wanted to just show you this last one to finish things off. I was talking about how sometimes I put something on the bottom of the flap, and I meant like that. And I think that works really well with these cute, weird forest creatures. So I'm just gonna add that one on there. And my little forest life words as well. That's pretty fun. And that is it for a mass make of pocket envelopes. Don't forget to go ahead and like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.